Mount Kalaga, one of 6 places in GTA 6, and Rockstar has provided us with some screenshots of Mount Kalaga, and I'll be going through them with you today, picking out all the little fine details. So moving on to the first screenshot, we've got this guy kayaking in some water. Now the first thing that pops up to me is the flood gauge on the left hand side. So right now, it's showing the water is 1.5 feet deep, but the flood gauge goes up to 6 feet. So this could imply that the floods could reach up to 6 feet. However though, down here where it shows 1.5 feet, you can sort of see that the whole flood gauge is a bit worn down at 1.5, meaning it's just been there for a long time and it hasn't really gone up at all. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Now moving on to the guy kayaking. Now this is quite interesting actually, because you can obviously see his paddle and then you can obviously see the water, but it seems that the water has been angled to which way that the paddle has come out of the water. So this just shows the extra little fine details that Rockstar are putting into their game. Then if we scroll up top, you can see a train and a train line. So this can also imply that the trains are returning, like they were in GTA 5. And I also just want to take a moment to just look at the ray tracing on the water. And the ray tracing just makes the water look so much better. Now lastly, it might be a bit hard to see, but there's actually a shack in the back of this photo. You can just about make the shape of this shack. So this now can imply that the little shacks are returning from Red Dead Redemption 2. So moving on to the next screenshot, we can see the Florida panther hunting some deer. And it would be quite interesting to see how they react and interact with each other. And then zooming into the screenshot, we can see the reflections on the water. So the whole predator and prey thing, I don't think it will be as huge as we expect, because GTA 6 is just more revolved around obviously fighting and stuff like that. But I still hope Rockstar come out with something big for this one. And one final detail in this picture is under the panther's stomach, where it visibly shows that it's wet, and then obviously the top of its body is dry because it obviously wasn't in water. But either way, the attention to detail on this is absolutely insane. Now moving on to my favourite screenshot. I mean, wow, just take a look at this screenshot. So firstly, again, we can see a panther on the right hand side of the screenshot. And then moving on to the road, we can see a motorbike gang. And then how in GTA 5 that NPCs just stayed on the road and never overtook. We can sort of see that the motorbikes are overtaking cars, which makes the roads have a more dynamic feel. And then moving a bit to the left, we can see a little stream running down the mountain, which again is just some cool added detail. And then if we zoom in, we can see that train line from the previous screenshots. Now, at this point, I've seen a bit online and I'm not sure what to think about it. But some people were saying this here was an elephant, but some other people just saying there was a rock. I mean, in my opinion, it sort of looks like an elephant, but tell me what you guys think, because I'm not really too sure. I mean, Florida does have elephants, so it might not be impossible. Now, this screenshot, we can obviously see 2 hunters. So, if we zoom into these 2 guys, we can see that the guy on the left vest says White Wolf. This could imply that this type of brand could be on other t-shirts in the game. And then it seems that they're both holding some sort of sniper rifles to obviously hunt. And then on the right of this screenshot, we can see a squirrel. So this means the wide range of species. And then at the bottom of this screenshot, we can sort of see like a little swampy area, lots of foliage around it. And moving on to this screenshot, we can see a news helicopter. Obviously this guy broadcasting the news. Could this tie back into the crimes that we commit in-game, and it could be broadcasted on radios, podcasts, news, etc. And then zooming in behind the helicopter, we can sort of make out, like the bright spots in the sky, that this could be a start of a tornado. And then we have a bit here as well. And then on the right of this picture, we can obviously see more mountain ranges. Now moving on to the last screenshot, which are a bunch of dirt bikers. So this could imply that there's going to be dirt biking in the game. So there's obviously motorbikes in the game, and the quad bikes are returning as well. So for example, this could be a main mission or a side mission, or just general activities to do around the map. And then behind the dirt bikers, we can see this massive building. Now, if we zoom in on it, it looks like a ramp that we can obviously drive up, making a cool stunt. And then if we zoom in even more, at the top, we can see almost like a walkway. And that is it. If you've come all this way to the end of the video, thank you. Also, please like and subscribe for more GTA 6 content. Peace.